Hey guys, so this weekend we're going to do a little bit of vlogging because you guys have been asking for it. My house is a mess and I'm going to explain why. My sink in the kitchen is shot. So the plumber just got here. His name is Steve. He's great. He's been working with us for a very, very long time. I've got all my kitchen stuff just sitting here on the dining room table. And let me show you what's going on in my kitchen. Isn't that great? I really love that. See that big pot? That's where I've been putting all my dishwater. And then I go upstairs and then I flush it down the toilet. He's gonna snake it. I really hope this works. Okay, well, this is the beginning of our really great weekend. No, we're gonna have a good weekend. We're gonna go to Sephora today and we're gonna try out the new Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation. I'm excited to do that. And I have a lot of content to film this weekend. Woo. Hi. Good news for you guys. My clog has been unclogged. I love that. My clog has been unclogged. Steve was able to snake my sink and he pulled out a clump of hair like 13 feet into my drain, into my pipe. It was like super black hair. Like it was probably been marinating and God knows what forever. I don't even know if that was my hair. Could have been Matt's, could have been Kat, who knows. Matt is trying to go back to sleep because I think the snaking woke him up. So, okay, so this is my really fun spooky shirt. My desk is a mess. I have so many videos to film this weekend and I'm excited. So right now I'm gonna get in the car. We're gonna go to Sephora. We're gonna get that Easy Blur foundation. I already have the primer, which I believe was repackaged. Honestly, I think the packaging, like I think it was the Glowish. I think they took the Glowish, the Blur Jam, and then they repackaged it in the little squeezy tube because it looks the same to me. So I'm just gonna get the foundation. I gotta see what else I need from Sephora, you know, because sometimes the girl needs things. You know what I do need? I need my Shiseido skin cotton round things, the squares. And I'm gonna take you along this weekend. We're gonna do a nice little vlog because we haven't done these in a minute. Okay. Me and my fun hair are out. All right. So it's time to go. It's time to go. I'm chewing gum, so if that pisses you off, I'm about to trigger you. I don't know what your favorite gum is, but I love the Orbit Winter Mint, and they didn't have any. So I got Trident. Who even choose Trident? I mean, people obviously chew Trident because it's still on the market, but I feel like it loses flavor so fast. I'm thinking I might actually start at Ulta because the way it works on Sunrise Highway, it goes Ulta, then Sephora. So if I go out to Ulta, on my way back, I can hit Sephora. So there's no point in me starting at Sephora. You know what I mean? And I haven't been to Ulta in so long. I mean, it's been days, guys. Days. Oh, shit. I wanted to return that Charlotte Tilbury. Wait, let's go home. We're around the corner. Let's go back home. I want to return that Charlotte Tilbury quad. I hated that thing. And it's $55. So let me run back home. It's around the corner. This is what it's like. This is what it's like to be me. Run in real quick. I'm not even gonna pull in the whole driveway. And I'm gonna go. Wait, I'll be right back. Here it is. Going back for 55 bucks? Hell no. You ever just wake up in a funny mood? I feel like I'm in a funny mood. When I wear this seatbelt, it cuts across my boob funny. Do you guys ever find that? I hate it. I want it to stay here, and then it always goes on top of my boobie. I was in a funky mood. I got my little ghost shirt from Shein. I will link it below for you guys in case you are interested in it. It is so cute. I don't have a lot of casual t-shirts right now because of my weight. Before I lost weight, I was really buying a ton of extremely oversized t-shirts because that was all that's comfortable. So I don't have a lot, and I feel like I got rid of so much. I had gotten so far into the mind frame that I'm never gonna lose weight. This is who I am now, whatever. I had gotten rid of all of my smaller clothing. My shirts, all my cute little t-shirts, all of them. All of it which would now fit me. and I just have all oversized shirts. I got, I don't know, depressed about my weight. I guess I just wasn't at that place that I was ready to do anything yet. Now that like I've lost a bunch of weight, none of my clothes fit. They all look stupid on me. I can fit back into my jeans now that were too small, which is great. I'm back into like size 12s, which I was barely fitting in my 14s before. I mean, so much of my life I've worn a size 14. I was barely fitting in my size 14s. I mean, like it was a problem. But, you know, just like a lot of plus size clothes, it has stretch. But even the stretch wasn't that forgiving. So now I'm back in the 12s. I have a ton of 12s. I have tons of jeans for at least several months because, you know, I'm going to stay on this journey until I hit my goal weight. My goal weight is 150 pounds. I'm going to put that out there. At 150 pounds, I wear a size 4-6. I'm not necessarily going to get that small, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not focusing on that. For me, it's just every day, stick to the plan, stick to being healthy, and like live this life, you know, and however I end up, whether it be 6 months, a year, 2 years, we're gonna get there. That's the goal. That's the long-term goal. But my short-term goals are always just stay on plan, you know, keep living healthy, you know, keep that happiness pipeline going. So my point to this whole thing is I don't have a lot of t-shirts that fit me. So I go to Old Navy a lot. I get a little white and black t-shirts, just simple. They're like $5. I really like them. They hang on me nicely, and they drape. They don't kind of stick. They're like a cotton blend, and they make my boobies look nice, so we really like that. I go to Shein and I got a ton of cute little shirts like this because I love this kind of stuff. So I got a ton of little cute shirts. Fast fashion, it doesn't last a long time. Ooh, we got a spot. We got a spot, people. I got the shirts, really cute, and I got a bunch of little shirts that if they get stained, they get ripped, they don't last a long time. It's not that big of a deal. I just, whatever, I toss them. I have no makeup on. I have no makeup on, and I'll tell you why. Because I want a true foundation match. I look tired. I look tired. I took a sleep aid last night. See that? You know what that is? This? That's Sasha. Sasha did that to me. She was laying on me last night, and she scratched me. And my face, okay, this camera is not doing me any favors. I got my Botox last week. I got it here, so now I have all these weird little bruises and discoloration, like you can see it. But this is real. This is reality. This is what a middle-aged lady looks like without makeup sometimes. Not everyone could look like J-Lo. Look at how cute this Benefit display is. Look at that. So cute. Love it. Oh, it's so cute. What is that? I've never seen this before. Got some good stuff here. Got some hair glazes, some new glow. Okay. I think I have all of them except for this. I hate all these mascaras except for this one. I like that one. Travel size. Okay. Honest question for you guys. The people that walk around with small dogs, they walk around with them in their bag or under their arm. Do you think the dog likes it? I need to know. I need to know if the dogs actually like being skirted around like that. So I got 2 more of the Buxom blushes that I was telling you guys about. Plump Shot Collagen Peptides Advanced Plumping Blush. Okay. I got the shades Cheeky Dolly and Tickled Pink. We're off to Sephora to get the Huda. Okay. Anywho. Oh, now there's people walking behind me. You know what? I need to pay attention to what's going on the road and not talking to you guys. You guys are gonna get me in trouble. I am so happy today to just be farting around. I feel like I'm euphoric because my kitchen sink is unclogged. This is what happens when you get older. You get excited about things like that. My plumber, let me tell you this whole story. My plumber came in last week. My mom was still here. And he tried to unclog my sink. this sink has always been problematic. So that's why I'm thinking that hairball might have been there before I even bought this house 8 years ago. So on and off, this sink has been kind of problematic. He was snaking it and his snake died. So he's like, you might have to call somebody else in. You know, the snake is instead I have to send it out and have it fixed. So I call Roto-Rooter because they have a famous name, right? So I call Roto-Rooter. It's a free consult. The guy comes in. First of all, he had a little bit of an attitude. I'm very nice to service workers when they come into my home. So he comes in. My plumber came in. He tried to snake it. His snake died. He thought he got around 13 feet. And he was like, oh. So he goes downstairs to see where the pipes are going. And he's like, you don't even have access to your pipes. He says, for me to clear this line, it's going to be $685. Excuse me, sir? Excuse me? Excuse the shit out of me, sir? My plumber was gonna charge me $220. $220. You wanna charge me $685? You can eat a big fat bag of dick, okay? So I said, okay, I'm good. You can go. I think he just didn't want to do it, honestly. I think he didn't want to bother. So it turns out, when they did my house, someone that had that house or somewhere along the lines, they had done upgrades and there was a lot of piping that was kind of curved and it was just problematic. This is what my plumber has told me. I don't think the guy wanted to deal with it and then he just like grossly overcharged me. I said, okay, never mind, free consult, you know, like you're out, goodbye, he's gone. So I call Steve, I'm like, Steve, I need you to come back, Steve, because this guy wants to charge me literally more than 3 times what you, or 3 times exactly what you were gonna charge me. He says, listen, we got it partially unclogged. Try a little bit of Drano and see if that works. So I try a little Drano, it doesn't work. And now what was partially clogged is now completely clogged. Like my drain has been filled with water. I have taken a scooper and like I'm on a boat and I'm bailing out the sink at this point. I'm putting it in a huge stock pot and I'm dumping it down the toilet. I feel ridiculous. Homeowner problems. So I send the guy on his way. I wait for Steve to send out his piping snake. He comes in today, 10 minutes. It is unclogged. He pulls this massive hair. It's like black sooty hair out of the pipe. And he's just filling it, it's draining wonderfully. I immediately have this shot of endorphins. I'm so happy. And now I am vlogging all weekend long with you guys. I hope you're gonna enjoy. I don't wanna bring these in Sephora because I feel like they're gonna think that I stole them. I always go through this. I'm like, I don't wanna bring it in the store. Okay, we're gonna go into Sephora. We're gonna check out Huda Beauty. All right, we secured the bag. All right. We got the Huda Beauty. We got it in vanilla. So I was talking to the chicks in Sephora and they had a lot to say about it. First of all, they were talking about the old Huda Beauty foundation and how it's thick and moussey and nobody likes it. But then we were talking about this foundation and they were telling me that it's very heavy for like a skin tint. They didn't necessarily like it. But anything that says blur, I'm gonna give a go. And if I don't like it, I'll return it. You know how I do. But one thing I did get while I was there was 2 samples of the Haus Labs foundation. Because I was telling them, I said, I want a fuller finish, but I don't want heavy. So I want something with lots of pigment, but not heavy. Because I don't wear full coverage foundation almost ever. But sometimes when I'm doing certain kind of eye makeup, I really want the full coverage so I can get the dramatic cheeks and the dramatic sculpting, you know, and you can't do that with a low coverage. Well, for me, I feel like it looks funny. So if I'm wearing heavy eye makeup and lashes and, you know, contoured eyes, and I'm doing all of that, and then I have just blotchy skin, it looks stupid. So I was telling them, you know, I want something that has full coverage but isn't a thick foundation. So they pointed me towards Haus Labs. She color matched me. She gave me 2 samples. And what's funny is I had gone on TikTok and it was $6, I believe, or $5.95 that I bought 3 samples. It's like a 21-day sample from Haus Labs that comes in the mail. I don't even know when that's gonna come, and I bought that like a week ago. So when that comes, I'll have that too. And then it gives you a discount on the foundation, I believe, and then it's like $15 additional for the rest of the foundation or something like that. So I'm gonna try those out. I'm thinking I'm gonna try the Huda today because there's so much hype with it. I'm gonna make sure I do the skincare. I'm gonna make sure I use the Huda primer, and we're gonna check that out. I did think that the shade was a pretty good match, so we're gonna see how it looks on me. I'm tired. I feel like I just want to zonk and do nothing because my mom was with me for 2 weekends in a row, and I love mom. My mom, if you're watching, I love you. But we were always doing stuff, which because I want to keep her entertained, and you know, or we're watching TV and stuff, but I haven't had any alone time in like a week and a half. So now I'm just like deflated. I had a rough week at work. I mean, it was rough. And I just want to relax. I'm wearing 100 rings today. Why am I wearing? I was just feeling like wearing like a bunch of rings and jewelry. So I'm wearing 3 rings on this hand. I'm wearing my, you know, the wedding engagement ring, and then like this ring on this hand. I put on my bangle. I'm just feeling like lots of jewelry today. I remember when I was younger, my mom always had like tons of rings and bracelets and jewelry. And I always be like, Mom, you're so gaudy. You wear so much jewelry. This truck is ruining my mojo. My mom used to wear so much jewelry and be like, you're so gaudy. And now I find myself wanting to wear more jewelry. I do like simplistic jewelry. Like I'm wearing this little solitaire pendant. It's like a bezel cut. Bezel cut. Little round thing. It's just like a CZ and it's silver. I mean, it's so cheap, but so cute. I love it. It's so little. You know, I always wear the same earrings for the most part, unless I switch out the first ones. But I'm wearing, like I showed you guys, I did an Instagram live the other day. I saved it on my Instagram, so if you guys want to check it out. I got these earrings from TJ Maxx, and they're attached by this little chain. Yesterday we went on an outing with a bunch of ladies I know, and the one girl, we did a pontoon boat. It was like a paddle bar or whatever, and we did that. It was just like a little ride around the bay because I live not far from the water. And the girl was like, I love the way you styled your ears. I thought that was so sweet. I'm like, thank you. So anyway, I can't take out the first earring right now because it's attached to the second. I mean, I can take it out, but then I'd have to replace both earrings. I might do that later today. I never used to wear bracelets. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but similar to when I was talking about in my skincare video, I don't love the feeling of things on my wrists sometimes. When I was younger, I always had a hairband on my right wrist. Always, like a one singular black hairband, always on my wrist, because I always need to be able to put my hair up. About 4 years ago, I put a singular bracelet on my left wrist to get used to it, to see if I could get a permanent bracelet. I didn't know if that was gonna work or not. I got used to it. I got used to always wearing bracelets on my left wrist. So then, when I was in Dallas, I got a bunch of bracelets on my wrist. And then in Florida, I got more bracelets. And then in North Carolina, I got more bracelets. So now I have 7 permanent bracelets on my left wrist. I have 1 on each ankle, but I don't have anything on my right wrist. I did have a permanent bracelet on my right wrist for a few months. I thought it was too much. Like, I need a free wrist. I need 1 free appendage, because every appendage I have had jewelry on it. And when I run up the stairs, my anklets kind of bounce like this. I was like, I need a free appendage. Acrylic beads on it, and the acrylic beads started to break off, and then the metal underneath wasn't sterling silver. It was starting to kind of leave a weird green cast. That's a no-no. So I clipped that little bastard off. The same one I had on my wrist, I have on my ankle. That one hasn't turned green yet, but I'll explain why. You wash your hands way more than you wash your ankles. You're washing your ankles once a day when you're feeling a little wild, maybe every other day if you skip a shower. The one on my wrist was just getting wet so much that it just got yucky, and I took it off. You know what Matt did? He got a new car. Look at this. Wait. He got a Jeep. He's so happy with it. He got a Jeep Trailhawk. It's just a Compass. You know, it's a small Jeep. We got such a good deal. We used the Jeep dealer on Sunrise Highway in Wantagh. We worked with Wayne. He was so good, and he gave us such a good deal. I'm so used to dealing with Nissan who plays games. You walk into Nissan, I immediately tell them, and I call before I go. I make an appointment. I want out the door numbers within a half hour when I'm there. I don't want to play games. I don't want to waste time. I worked in the Jeep. I did the same thing. I walked in the Jeep. 15 minutes sitting there. They brought out a spreadsheet. This is the vehicle. These are the terms. If you do 12 months, 24 months, 27 months, 30 months, 36 months, 39 months, these are the payments, the monthly payments. This is the out the door cost. The girl warned me when I was on the phone. She's like, we don't play games. We're completely transparent. I was so excited to hear that. So when but I didn't believe them because I've been driving Nissans since, I want to say, I had one when I was a teenager, and then I've had an Ultima, another Ultima, 2 Muranos, and this is a Maxima. I'm driving a Maxima. So I've had 6 in total Nissans. I'm not new to the Nissan game. So I thought that all car dealers were like this. And there's this formula that you can find on TikTok to know if you've gotten a good deal. Like you want to keep it around 1%, like I don't know, some sort of formula. And it's I got a 1% deal. I was so excited. We lease because we bought and financed for years. I'm so tired of investing money into cars, honestly. So I'd rather have a monthly payment and not think of anything, especially with the amount of traveling I do for work. We got this car. It is so cute. We only got, I don't know, a 5,000 mile lease because my husband drives 5 miles a day, 5 days a week. He had the last Murano for a year and a half. It was like this crappy 18-month lease. He didn't even put 5,000 miles on it in a year and a half. Not even. He put like 4,000 miles on it because that's how little he drives. So we went for the low mileage and we got this amazing car. It's black on black. It has like the sick wheels and like the tires, and it's leather inside. It is so cool. He's so happy with it. I'm so happy for him because I really wanted him to get a car that he wanted, and it's black. I just sexy. It is so cute. So now we have 2 black vehicles, and I drive a black Nissan Maxima, which I didn't think was super fancy. My friend Amory got in my car yesterday because we went out last night. If you were on Instagram, you would have seen. She's one of my favorite people in the world. I've known Amory longer than I've known my husband. She's a good friend, and I love her. So I have pictures of Amory at my 30th birthday. I mean, like, this girl is just, love her. Anyway, she gets in my car. She's like, oh, your car's fancy. I'm like, it's not fancy. It's just like a Nissan, you know? She's like, no, it's fancy in here, and it smells nice and it looks nice. Like, it's fancy. I never look at this car as fancy. I thought it was so sweet when she said that. Like, look, like, what's fancy about this? I'm like, my cat hair covered thing. I've got my little Splendas in here. This is the back. Like, I don't look at this car as super fancy. Like, it's just a Nissan, you know? It's just a Nissan. So I'm gonna go in. It is 12 noon. I'm gonna do my dishes. I'm so excited to do my dishes. And I'm gonna do my dishwasher. So the problem is that the dishwasher goes into the same drain as the sink. So when I was doing my dishes, the water from the dishwasher would back up into the sink. So I would have to like literally scoop out the sink. For a week and a half this has been going on. So I'm gonna run my dishwasher, I'm gonna do my dishes, get my kitchen clean. I'm so excited about that. And we're gonna do some makeup. I'm definitely gonna do like a little makeup. So we'll do a little bit of makeup. We're gonna try out the Huda Beauty foundation. I don't know if I should make that a separate video, but I might just incorporate it into this video. A lot of people that are watching the vlogs don't seem to like the makeup-y videos, so I might just make it like 2 minutes of it. And I have a lot of other videos to film today and tomorrow anyway, so I'm not going to spend too much time doing like makeup-y videos. Alright guys, that's it. I'm going to go eat. Goodbye, goodbye. Alright, here we are. Okay, so I came home. I ate. I took a nap. The nap was unintentional, honestly. What did I have? I had the chicken apple sausage from Whole Foods. I'm obsessed with that crap right now, honestly. So good. I just did my brows really quick, and now we're gonna use the Huda Beauty foundation. I figured I'd try it on camera with you guys, see if you like it. When these little caps go off my brow pencil, it drives me crazy. I'm wearing too many rings. Again, something else that's gonna drive me crazy when I do my makeup. So let me take off my 85 rings and let's check this out. Let me bring it in a little closer. Okay, that's close enough, right? So I have the Huda Beauty, where is it? I have the Huda Beauty primer. Yeah, here we go. So this is the Glowish, this is the Blur Jam. This is the same thing that they're selling now, but it's just repackaged. It's the same thing. It's that reddish tone, but the other one is just easier to use because this one you have to use a spatula or whatever it is. So, I'm gonna put this on my face. And it's not silicone, right? It's supposed to be a water-based primer, but it's supposed to do the same as silicone primers. One thing I do like about this primer, it feels nice on the skin. I don't necessarily think that it does the most amazing job with the pore filling. Honestly, the silicone ones like Benefit Professional, and does Too Faced still make theirs primed and poreless? I feel like when I use those, and I just use those products, my pores literally disappear, but I have a hard time finding foundations that sit well over them. So primer's on. Let's try. We wound up getting, like you and I wound up getting the vanilla shade, Vanilla 120B. Everyone's going off on the packaging. Listen, if doing less expensive packaging means I'm going to spend less money on the foundation, I'm aight with it. I'm not using a brush. I never use a brush. There's one foundation I use a brush on, and that is the Jones Road. That's it. Everything else I use Beauty Blender. So I'm going to go with the sponge. Now, it looked more yellow for me, or more neutral in person. If I have a little bit of yellow, it should actually help neutralize some of the redness I have in my skin. Now, I put a little bit on and it's going a long way. So I think I put a little bit too much on the sponge. So let's blend this out. I tend to work from the outside in when I'm doing foundation because of my large pores, and it winds up looking too heavy if I start putting foundation. A lot of people work from the outside in, not me. Now, it's not a match for my face, but it's a better match for my neck. Right now it's looking a little pale, but I hear that this foundation oxidizes a bit. So I'm hoping that this works. Let me bring this mirror in a little closer for me to look. Now, I'm not one of those influencers that's gonna blow smoke up your ass. If I'm not liking the way it's gonna look, I'm gonna tell you guys. Like, there's no BS here. So, I mean, what I will say, over here it looks alright. But let's finish putting it all on. I don't wanna give any sort of thoughts until we're completely patted in. I look like Ghostface though. I'm a Ghostface killer. This foundation is so divisive. There's so many different thoughts about it. This foundation is not good. Look at it. Okay, so I've been working this foundation for minutes. Like, I turned the camera off and I'm working it for minutes. Can you see how bad it looks? I mean, it looks horrible. Horrible. It looks like I put chalk on my face. And the other foundation shade that I had tried was way too yellow and dark. The shade range is not it. The shade range is not it. I can't film the rest of my videos with this foundation on. See, like, if I'm from here, yeah, it looks super white. I look like a clown. But the texture of my skin, this is not good. I have to take this off immediately. This is going back to Sephora tomorrow. All right, I gotta take this off. Holy ball. I'm looking for for something that's a little bit more full coverage. But I mean, this looked like chalk. I mean, it looked like chalk on my skin. It was, I don't know, man. I'm gonna try it with a moisturizer. Like, maybe I should try it with the Embryolisse first. You know, I'll do that now. Why don't we do this now? Let me try the Embryolisse. You should be able to use a foundation with the primer it's paired with. So unless the Embryolisse seriously does miracles, which I love this moisturizer. I use it as a primer a lot. Unless this like saves the day. No, this foundation's going back tomorrow. I've got a nail appointment at 9:30 with Jenny at Miss You Nail in Wantagh. She is my girl. A lot of you guys ask about my nails and where I go. For you Long Islanders, I go to Miss You Nail in Wantagh. Her name is Jenny. She is the best nail tech at the salon. Well, I'm biased. I'm saying she's the best nail tech because she's my nail tech. I'm not saying that there's not other lovely manicurists and nail techs in there. It's just, I think Jenny's the best. I got my hairline. Ugh. I'm gonna try a tiny bit of it now that I'm well moisturized. Let's see. I'm only doing right here though. Like, let's see how it goes on moisturized skin. I mean, I was gonna have to do a lot of warming up, honestly, because the shade is so light, but that was a freaking nightmare. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Like, I don't like the way influencers are like, oh my god, it's the best foundation. You guys saw what I just did, and I have oily ass skin. Like, for something to look dry on me, but I'm hoping with the Embryolisse, it looks better. I mean, I feel like it looks better already. A bare tiny bit amount of it. So maybe it's user error, like I used too much of it. But I mean, I use the amount it says, just like a couple drops, you know? So when I do it this way, it definitely looks better. I never really know until I get my smart mirror out and the light is like blazing in my face. It's definitely better, but it's still patchy. It's still leaving just the speckle marks on my cheeks. Like, and I moisturized so much, but it's not even at all. Like, it's clinging. This foundation is not it. I want to like it looks nice from like afar, right? If I'm not like up in your face, but if I'm looking at my face close, it's not even at all. No, you're going back, Huda. All right, we're just gonna start over. I mean, it's really too late for this, honestly. I'm mildly annoyed, so I don't know how much further I'm gonna take this. How many times I'm gonna put foundation on my face. Let's do a little moisturizer again. I had to even wipe off my eyebrows. My eyebrows even got messed up. Not for the money. I don't think it's horribly expensive, but for the money, it's going back. And I thought for sure the blur jam with it, you know, the primer that's meant with it would have worked. No. So you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna try out the Haus Lab. I got this, and both of the girls at Sephora told me how this was the jam. So already the color match looks better, and like they gave me this whole container. So let's go ahead and try this out. I rinsed the disgusting Huda Beauty foundation out of my beauty blender. So annoying. So this is supposed to give pretty full coverage or like medium buildable coverage. It's supposed to be very skin-like. I like Lady Gaga in general. I think she's entertaining. I want to say authentic. Like, she's authentically herself, which I can always appreciate. And she's local, you know, she's from the tri-state area. I think she's from Jersey. Okay, right away I'll tell you this. This blended so much better than Huda Beauty. I mean, so much better. I felt like I was patting like crazy. Okay, I look so white because of the lights. But in real life, let me try in my lighted mirror. This looks much better. It's not perfect. It still looks like foundation. but the coverage is way better and the finish is way better. All right, let me put some more makeup on. I really do not feel like putting a crazy full face on right now. And I'm really not wanting to do my eyebrows again after doing them and then having to take them off. But I will tell you this. This brow product from Benefit has changed my outlook on brow products. This is precisely my brow wax. This product clings to every hair. Every single hair. And it makes it look so full. I love, love, love it. And what I do is kind of like blend it on my skin in the beginning of my eyebrow. Look at that. That's one brow product. Can you believe it? I got 2 shades. So I got shade 3 and 4.5. So 3 is closer to what you would say my natural brow color is, which is that taupe, like a light brown taupe. I don't like their lightest blonde shade. It's just way too light for me. And my hair isn't super light blonde, obviously. It's a dark blonde. So I do like this shade. Like I'm putting little strokes at the front. And I don't know what the hell it's clinging to, but it's clinging to something. And it's giving me eyebrows. And since I got my Botox, my eyebrows peak up a little bit more because I got a little chemical brow lift. My eyebrows have more of like an arch where I usually try to do them a little bit more flat. A little bit more of a flatter eyebrow can be a little bit more youthful, but we're all right. I don't know that you guys even need like a separate review on it, but honestly, precisely my brow wax, this shit is the bomb. I love this product, and it's buildable and it holds my brows in place. I've been going for a little bit more of a natural brow on my day-to-day. One thing I will say, user error is a little bit increased with this product because of the wand. I do like to make my brows look as close as possible. I know what they say, sisters not twins, whatever, but I do like them to be, or cousins not sisters, or whatever it is, but I want them to be as close. Let's do a little quick makeup. I'm going to use my Dior contour stick just to do a little bit of this, okay, because we want to. That's what we want to do. What is this actually called? The Forever Dior brush from Real Techniques. I really, look at the shade. I love this shade. And I just do a little bit of this. I feel like for me, this is a great, it's not bronzing. It really isn't. It's not bronzing my skin, but it just gives it a little bit of that healthy contour look. I was definitely going to need that with the Huda. I mean, the Huda was just, like, look at how, 2 seconds that took. I know that the Dior product is quite pricey, but you get what you pay for in this case. Alright, let's do that. Okay, blushes. We got 2 new blushes from Buxom. Actually, we got 3. I got this one. I've been wearing this. Cheeky Dolly or the pink. Let's do Cheeky Dolly. Let's do Cheeky Dolly. Ooh, that's bold. That's a bold one. Let's do it. I'm gonna add a little. Let's do it here. And I just did two little taps on my fingers. That's pretty, right? Just look. I just did that. Holy crap. How is nobody talking about these blushes? Buxom. Buxom. So good. What is this called? Cheeky Dolly. It's the plump shot. This. Very nice. I love this. So now I have these 2 shades. I love them both. And I also got this pink shade today, which I told you guys about, but I didn't actually show you. Look at the shade. It's a beautiful pink. I'm thinking I'm going to wear this tomorrow. Very. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. There. Okay. So I was explaining this to my mom. And I don't mean to get on a little bit of a soapbox, but I'm going to for a second. Woo! I grabbed the Naked Basics 1 palette. So I'm going to just take a fluffy brush and I'm going to go in with like this just natural kind of taupey. Let's do that. Because we don't want to do anything crazy. We're not going anywhere right now, guys. So, sorry if this is TMI or not. But when she was with me, she lives on a farm. She doesn't have access to a lot of things locally because she lives an hour from everyone. I mean, I think 50 minutes from the closest stores. I mean, they've got like one little gas station convenience store, which is 2 minutes from her, but they don't, she can get milk there and, you know, basic stuff. When she was here, it really meant a lot to me to just treat her to stuff. I got her nails done. I took her to get her hair done. And, you know, she was fighting me a little bit. And she's like, Sam, I live on a farm. Like, I don't care what my hair looks like. Mom, I think you're underestimating the power of feeling good about the way you look. And I think she was, I don't know that I offended her, or she thought that I was trying to come down on her for, you know, not getting fancy haircuts or getting her nails done. Like, I really wasn't. But it's not stuff she spends her money on, and that's okay. But I wanted to treat her to that. But I feel like she's forgotten what it feels like to really like that kind of stuff about yourself, because she doesn't do it anymore. So I really wanted to spoil her and do that kind of stuff for her. And when she got her nails done, you know, she peacocked up a little bit and she was like, oh, she got her nails done. And then when she got her hair done, I mean, she was into it. So I was happy to just make her feel good and give her that opportunity to feel good about the way she looked. I mean, that's so, so, so important. And I think sometimes we forget, you know, when we're not doing it anymore. She's not in the beauty scene. I mean, my mom's older, you know, but there's no reason why you can't still feel good about yourself. Putting some effort into the way you look. And I don't do this for anybody but me. You know, like, I'm sitting at home right now. It's after 6 o'clock at night. I'm filming these videos for you guys because it's fun. And I know you guys like it. Well, I hope you guys like it. But it's a way to do a little self-expression, but the makeup is for me, you know? I like playing with makeup. I like doing the makeup. For me, it's fun. It's not about looking good for other people. For me, it's about feeling good for myself, and it makes me feel good. I'm gonna go in with All That Glitters from MAC for the center of the lid, because I don't love that little tiny Naked mini palette doesn't have like a real shimmery shade. I mean, they're all mattes. The first shade has like a tiny bit of glimmer. I don't know, it's not enough that makes any sort of a difference for me. Originally I was thinking I was going to do a quick wing, but I'm like, I'm sitting at home. Why am I doing a wing? Let me just throw on some mascara and see. You know what? It's a good time to test some mascara, because I love this one. I am obsessed with Tower 28's mascaras. It is the best mascara on the market right now. I'm just saying. And it's 20 beans. But I have dozens of other mascaras to use, so let me find one. Okay, I haven't tried this yet, I don't think. This is the Buxom Lash Mascara. It's supposed to volumize and lengthen for fuller looking lashes. Okay, I got a sample of it, so let's see. Let's try you out. All right, let's get this mascara on. So, ooh, it's a big wand. It is a big wand, which isn't necessarily my favorite. All right, that's okay though. I gotta pull my lid out of the way because my lashes curl up, and if I don't, I always get mascara on my lid. Always. All right, first pass tells me I hate the wand already because the little spikes are so spiky. Let me bring you down a little so I can actually get close to the mirror. When I see people doing mascara and they go on and on and on, I'm not that girl. I'm that girl. I don't want to have to sit there with the first application, the first pass, 100 times. I just don't. I mean, it looks like I didn't put anything on my lashes. It looks like I put not. All right. I don't want to deal with this right now. I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm going in with my Tower 28. Wait till you see just one pass on this mascara. Ready? Look. Do you see the difference? It's It's ridiculous. Honestly, I'm to the point that I want to just throw out all my other mascaras. Like, I just want to give them all away. I have a little gap in my lashes right now. It's driving me nuts. Let me go put this mascara on. Let me go put them on. Alright, so we finished the mascara. Let's put a tiny bit of concealer because I'm looking a little dark. A little dark. What is that? Just blue over there. I'm gonna say no to Huda. Okay. I'm gonna say no to that. It's disappointing because I'm always looking for a good foundation, but I do like the Haus Labs, so I'm gonna use up that sample. And I have bruising right here because of my Botox. I mean, there's that too. Looks good. I feel like I can't get a hold of these lights today though. One thing I've been doing, and I usually do this before I put on mascara, I've been setting my face before I put my mascara on. So let me do that real quick. Because I'm setting my under eyes. Wait, is this even... I'll hold it back. I've been doing this before I powder anything lately. I haven't been powdering my under eyes because of the dissolving the filler. If you guys follow me, I guess, on TikTok, you would know I dissolved my under eye filler. Hasn't that been an experience and a half? I didn't realize how much the under eye filler made a difference in the volume under my lower lids. Like, I'm so hollow. I'm so hollow, but I gotta get used to it. My skin looks phenomenal right now. It looks so glowy. It looks so good. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let me see if this powder would work. Yeah, I think this powder will work. I'm gonna add the tiniest bit of powder to my blush. I barely want to add anything though. Barely anything. Just to kind of set that blush a little. Ooh, my makeup makes me want to go do something. Like, I want to go out. I haven't been using a lot of highlighter lately, I will say that. I'll do a little on my nose and a little on my chin. There is nothing more powerful than liking the way you look. I will stick to that sentiment. I'm going to take a tiny bit of powder and I'm going to powder just my forehead T-zone area. I like this. I got this off TikTok. This is a Safe Lady Lasting Waterproof Oil Control Matte right in the T-zone. I'm not going under the eyes with it though. Okay. Okay. So let me grab a tiny bit of the one shade of eyeshadow. I'm going to go under the lid. So all we need to do we want to add a little highlighter? No, we don't. But we do want to add a lip. I want to add a lip. Let's find a lip. I'm thinking a pink. I'm thinking a pink lip. Hold that thought. I found this ColourPop shade and it is called Contempo. This looks like exactly what I'm looking for. I go on the hunt for these shades at Sephora, at Ulta, online, and all I have to do is shop my damn stash because most of the time I already have it. And red carpet pink. Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks are infamous for rocking. I think this makeup look could actually pull off really well with a nude lip. But I was just in the mood to pink. So let's take all these clips. Oh my god, free the hairs. Free the hairs. This little clip makes me laugh. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day like this. And I have an eye boogie, which we don't love. Okay, we're gonna go downstairs, make some dinner. You know what? I'm gonna make a quesadilla. I'm gonna make a quesadilla for dinner, and I'm gonna bring you guys along to make my quesadilla so you guys can see what I do. I know you guys are so interested in this. As I was fixing my hair, I ripped out my top earring. So now I just put a hoop in. I ripped it out and I felt myself rip it, and then I heard the clink clink. You know, I heard it roll away. It's somewhere on this floor. I'm not looking for it. So I put in a hoop. Okay. You're gonna have to bear with me because we're in my kitchen and my lighting isn't great. I have this tiny little light that we're gonna try to work with, but I wanna show you what I do when I'm making the quesadillas. I have been on a weight loss thing and I make all my food at home. I do not really eat out at all, honestly. This is a great angle for me, right? You see my old ass kitchen life, right? I have new appliances and an old kitchen. Fun for me. So let me show you guys what I use to make my quesadillas at home. I always use these. These are the Mission low carb. They're the carb balance. So I use the burrito size. These are 110 calories each. I use 2 of them. And then for the cheese, I use the Kraft 2% Mexican blend. We're gonna weigh everything out. We're gonna weigh every single thing out. And then I also use the Purdue Shortcuts chicken. And yeah, so like I said, I weigh everything out. I get my paper plate and I use the scale. Look at how dirty my scale is. I got this from TikTok. This is called E-Tech City. It's just, I like it because it's long. The other scales that I have are short. So then when you use a plate, it doesn't cover the screen. That's why I like it. So I'm going to change the camera angle so you can see how I'm weighing it out. So I have an idea on what I'm doing. Are you guys ready for this? All right, so I've got my scale. I put my paper plate on. I zero it out. I'm gonna take the cheese and I pre-measure the cheese. Today I'm probably gonna go for about 100 grams of cheese. I make sure it's set to 100 grams and I put it on a paper plate. So I'm finishing up one and then I'm going to the other. I might go for 110 actually. Ooh, 107, almost perfect. Okay, 112, so let's put a little back. 110, okay. So now that I have 110 grams of cheese on, I set that aside and I'm gonna zero it out. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the Purdue cuts, which doesn't have an easy open, which I don't understand. I'm gonna take the Purdue cuts and I'm just gonna take like probably 2 or 3 strips and I'm gonna weigh those out and I put them in little, I just tear it apart just in little cubes like this. Now I use my regular hands because it's my food. If I was cooking for someone else, I'd be wearing gloves. That is 51 grams of chicken. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my phone and I'm gonna document this in MyFitnessPal. So I'm gonna put the pan on. I'm gonna put it on super low. You're gonna wanna cook this super low. I'm using a non-stick pan. I'm gonna use avocado oil. I just use a tiny little spray of it. I don't use a ton. I'm going to now disperse all of the products. So we're gonna take the tortilla. I'm gonna put the tortilla down and we're gonna put half the cheese on the bottom. Just like this. We're gonna spread it out. And then we're gonna take the chicken, we're gonna disperse the chicken, and then I'm gonna take the rest of the cheese and put it on top of the chicken. Let me show you what that looks like. So what it should look like now is this here. I'm gonna take the second tortilla, I put it right on top like that. Then I take a smaller pot top and I put it right on top just to keep that down. And I'm just gonna cook that super, super, super low. I cook that super low. I mean, it takes minutes. This is not a quick meal. It is a quick meal, relatively speaking. Mama, hi Mama. Mama smells the chicken. Hi Mamas. Oh, Samantha. Yeah, this is what my real kitchen looks like. Hi Simon. You sniffing on Mama? Hi baby. Oh, you smell the chicken. You smell the chicken, don't you? You smell the chicken. Okay, so now that this is cooking, I'm gonna show you the thing that makes me enjoy so much of the food I make at home. What the hell? This is the Taco Bell mild sauce. Taco Bell mild sauce. You get this at Walmart. It's $1 something. I know you could just get the packets. I never go to Taco Bell. So I buy the sauce. It's $1 something. I take some. I put it in my bowl. I put it in my bowl. I don't know about that much. And I use it as a dipping sauce. Well, maybe a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more. I need more because I usually have so many bottles of this. It's like crazy how many bottles of this I have. And I usually have about at least 4 or 5. I'm down to my last one. My mom ate all my sauce. My mom ate all my sauce. I got my spatula. So what I do is I keep an eye on it. This is really a great angle for me. This angle makes me feel so good about myself. So what I do is I just kind of take it out and I lift the side to see if it's brown yet. A lot of people like tortillas like really soft. I like them crunchy, so I like them to be able to like cut them and they're like. Do you guys remember Miracle Blade? It's horrible looking. It's horrible looking. I'm pretty sure there's like a couple little rust spots on it. I don't care. I use this and it's a rocking knife. So I use it to cut pizza and I use it to cut my tortillas. I want to show you guys what it looks like when I flip it. See how it's kind of brown? All right, so I just flip it over. I press it down, and then I put the top right back on. The second side doesn't take as much time to heat as the first because it's already kind of warm. So, and at this point, most of the cheese is melted. The reason why I cook it on a low heat, if you try to cook it too fast, the cheese isn't gonna melt. So you let the cheese melt and then it gets brown slowly. And then you flip it, slice it, and enjoy it. Okay, all right, we are ready. Woo! Okay, let me just bring this camera down a little. All right, so I take my quesadilla and I cut it. So just like that. All right, I put it in a 6. Now it's not gonna be the hugest quesadilla you've ever seen as far as cheese goes, but yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. I just do this. I dip. Mmm. Hot, 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 hot. This quesadilla is hot. All right, so this is what I eat. These are the kinds of things that I've been eating that are helping me lose weight. It's super yummy and it makes me happy. And it's so fast. So, all right. Oh, I'm gonna go get my quesadilla. I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys later.